How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're going to talk about Batwoman Season 2, episode number 15, titled Armed and Dangerous. Well, uh, the Arrowverse has done it again. They have covered the, very unfortunately real-life topic of a white officer of the law using excessive force on a person of color. And as with last time when they did it on Black Lightning, it is not okay. I don't know why I broke this, but whatever. Anyway, as last time, it is not okay. But we're not going to get into the details of all of that. It's been said on the channel before. I can say it as many times as I want. Black Lives Matter. But I'm one person. I have no authority. I can't change anything. Well, I guess I could technically. I am a cis white male, so I could, in theory, change something with my vote. Don't forget to vote, people. Anyway, on to the actual episode. The episode starts with Luke being carried off into an ambulance, because Mary called it in, apparently. Now, Ryan and Mary are going down into the Batcave. Ryan to suit up, Mary to get some Desert Rose and make a cure-all. The Crows do an investigation, but of course, Russell Tavaroff, being the asshole that he is, gets away with it on a technicality because they doctored the footage. And of course, he lied, you know. Throughout the episode, we see snippets of Alice speaking with Ocean, Mary, and at the very end of the episode, she tells her dad that Kate's alive. And she says, "We're gonna do what you and Kate could never do for me. The goal is to save Kate." I'm hoping this is like a redemption arc of sorts for Alice, so we can get the return of Beth, as it were. But as much as I'm hoping for that, I'm not going to hold out hope. Anyway, in the ensuing episode, Batwoman confronts Tavaroff. One of his lackeys runs her over. Apparently, the suit isn't car-proof, but it is bulletproof. Anyway. After Sophie and Ryan have a discussion in which Ryan says that she blames herself because she told Luke to step up and called him privileged, and when he did, he got shot for it. A lot of people are feeling guilty over this. Now, Luke himself is in his subconscious where he sees his dad, and he sees Bruce Wayne. Now, his dad's dead. Bruce Wayne is presumed deceased at this point. Like, he would have come back at one point or another, even for just a visit when Kate was Batwoman, but he didn't. Now, this in and of itself is a thing. Unfortunately, this entire episode is just a shit show and a half. Between Luke getting shot last episode because Tavaroff is an asshole of proportions, Sophie confronting Jacob Kane. She goes back to the Crows building to confront Jacob Kane and tell him, "You said you were going to clean up. You haven't. That is why I quit." And she tells him he really needs to, like, what the hell? Like, he needs to do something. In the process of trying to clean up, he gets conked on the head by Tavaroff, and him and his lackeys are about to overdose him on snakebite. Now, last minute save by Ryan, aka Batwoman, just Batwoman. She's in the mask. But Batwoman, she knocks out everyone. Turns on the I think Sophie is in the Batcave at the time. Has Sophie turn on the lights, so that she can beat up Tavaroff, while he can see, and that Jacob can see it. Afterwards, she tells him, "I gave you the gas tank and the light and the match. Now it's your turn to do what's right." He then decides, as majority shareholder and founder, he is ending the Crows, effective immediately. After a very much heartfelt apology to not only the Fox family for failing them, but to all of Gotham as a whole, he also states that an apology just isn't enough, which honestly it's not. He fucked up there. While he had the best of intentions in starting the Crows, it is what it is today. Now, there is one thing I didn't mention, and that is two things, actually. One, Mary Hamilton tries to administer the Desert Rose to Luke, but she is stopped by two crows under orders of her father. So she uses Evan, I believe his name is Evan. Yeah, his name is Evan something. I forgot his last name. Because he's able to do all that bendy shit that he did the last time he was in the show, to sneak in and administer the Desert Rose himself. Now, as a result of the of them being I guess a final order, he pulls them away from the hospital, allowing both Ryan and Mary into the room. And they sit there, and he wakes up right after the apology. And also after just saying, no, like, the world as it is, I don't think it's worth living, and I can't blame Luke. I can't even say, oh, the writers did it. No, it's a very human feeling. If you feel the world is against you, what's the point in living? And you have the opportunity to move on into the next great adventure, or whatever, or into oblivion if you don't believe in an afterlife. You take it. If you had the choice, you take it. If you feel like this world isn't worth living, you take it. Now, I'm not saying you should go and, end yourself or something. That's a big no-no. Like, life is worth living, no matter how bad it gets. But honestly, if you're on death's doorstep and your sheer force of will is what keeps you alive, and you have the opportunity to take it, take it. I can't blame Luke. Now, he wakes up. The second thing, he wakes up and everyone is, happy, in tears, happy tears and whatnot. Luke's alive. The second thing I didn't mention was Alice telling Ocean that she wants everything. She wants him, and she wants her family back. And that in and of itself is... it's very human. It's like Mary's told her in Wayne Tower, when Alice went to warn Mary that she's being, watched, essentially. Even she deserves love. Now, this episode, like I said, it's a shit show and a half. Well, what makes it a shit show and a half is Russell Tavaroff and his cronies, who are hopefully in jail now, and won't be an issue anymore, as well as just the whole mess with the Crows. Like, it just... it's not something I like to think about, because it's just... right? Like, why bring in two really bad law enforcement units, right? Like, the meme of Batman and just Gotham City in general is that all the cops are on the take, and so they're all really bad people, except James Gordon, the original Batgirl's mother, or not mother, father. Like I said last video, for Legends, I'm not awake yet. It's now 4:33. Anyway, James Gordon's supposed to be the only good cop, or if you're watching the Batman animated series, James Gordon and Ellen Ying or something like that, or Ellen Yin, I think. Although she was working with Batman in that show, so I don't know like the specific. Although to be fair, when she was working with Batman, so was James, I think. So it's you know, Gotham City in and of itself is one giant shit show. But like it's just. I guess I can't expect this to be happy-go-lucky. It's not. It's not the Flash. It's not. Even though the Flash has been turned really gritty. I don't think there's a single like happy-go-lucky show anymore. They turned the Flash really great, dark and gritty. They turned Supergirl really dark and gritty. There's nothing left. Legends. Well, okay, there's Legends. Legends is just one joke after another. Even during the serious moments, it's still one joke after another. Anyway, tell me what you guys thought of the episode down in the comment section down below. That's gonna be for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.